My understanding of an ally is somebody from a dominant or an in-group where they choose to support people from a non-dominant or an out-group.
The process of allyship is people from non-marginalised groups using their privilege, working to support in partnership with people from marginalised groups to bring down systems of oppression.
So that individual, the ally, may not actually identify as being a part of that marginalised group, but they use their voice, their power and their privilege to stand in solidarity with them, to empower those individuals from the marginalised group to speak for themselves, to challenge issues, but also to create parity in experience.
We know that some groups of individuals are consistently marginalised because of certain aspects of their identity, whether this is to do with their race, their gender, their sexuality, age, or any other aspects of their identity.
Catherine likes to make a bit of a thing about your background, doesn't she?
Seriously? I hadn't noticed.
Well, quite a few of us have noticed, and it makes us feel uncomfortable, so I just wanted to see if it was bothering you.
We know that those groups who are not part of the majority in an organisation do experience the workplace in a different way, do experience inclusion in different ways, are much more likely to be excluded, are much more likely to experience micro-incivilities, to experience prejudice and discrimination. And that impacts all the way through the career of somebody in an organisation.
Allies can do a number of different things to support people from marginalised or minority groups, and the most effective will depend on the situation.
As allies, we can challenge in the moment. We can support somebody who is making a challenge in the moment. We can share feedback to individuals who are perpetrating some of that inappropriate behaviour, that inappropriate language. We can distract or move people away from those environments if they seem to be stuck in an uncomfortable conversation. We can check in and provide support to those individuals who've experienced micro-incivility or inappropriate behaviour. So there are lots of different things that we can do.
Everybody within an organisation can be an ally, and a very important part of being an ally is having a listening ear, being prepared to listen to others, being able to support when necessary. And I think that's a role that everybody in an organisation can take. Those with a leadership position can often feel that their impact can be more widespread just because of the role that they have in the organisation and their ability to influence policy.
Unless you have allies, it's always going to be members of that group talking about their own experiences. So it can easily get dismissed as a very self-interested activity that they're engaged in. And when you get somebody outside of that group who may be a role model to others speaking about these things, there's the opportunity for the message to have greater impact.
Come on then, let's just have a quick little kiss. Come on, one nose. Come on. What's up? What's the matter?
We saw what happened there. We both saw it, yeah? That is really, really not okay.
Do you want to go and report it? Because we'll go with you if you want.
It's up to you, yeah?
I would argue you can be an inclusive ally, and I think we should be aspiring to be inclusive allies. That said, we do know that the experiences of different marginalised groups do differ in various ways according to stereotypes that might be associated with them in terms of the micro-incivilities that specific groups might experience. So there will be differences in the depth of understanding that we might have about specific groups. So in terms of developing our allyship, one of the really critical things about this is about learning and educating and understanding the specific difficulties that groups will face. So it might mean that you are an inclusive ally, but you might know much more, for example, about trans issues, or you might know much more about anti-Chinese prejudice.
Once you become an ally with a particular group, you learn more about them, you empathise with them more. And you've gone through that process, you can then identify in yourself when you come across a group that you don't know much about. You kind of think, you know what, I need to learn more about them. So it encourages, I think, that process of inquiry. And I think that's where you become a genuinely inclusive ally. It's that sense that I don't know enough and I need to learn more.